looking back at this video, I can tell that it needs some revamp, as there are literally entries that doesn't tie to Retro Studio at all. Today we'll be looking at the real Retro Studio Iceberg, covering things you know to things you never heard of. Shoutouts to Puppies Pro, Green, 3GC4, and Fanboy. Also in the old video I literally did not talk at all, so I'll be doing voiceover in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I hope you enjoy. Psst, I'll spend a new merch link in the section. $1994 A-Rate Incident. The 1994 A-Rate Incident is this little joke Retro Studio admins and developers made up just for the funnies. Saying 1994 A-Rate Incident in your Roblox client while playing Retro Studio will show this, which is pretty odd. Guess it's Just Best. Guess it's Just Best is the head developer of Retro Studio and RetroBlox, which they have made those games. Crash the Whip. Crash the Whip is an event that ran for only one day, made by T-Kid Supercat 1. It had the Among Us meme from Jeremiah as the thumbnail, and they only ran for one day, as I don't know why it was there. Promo codes. Promo codes are a special type of codes that will help you receive RetroBucks, such as July 4th, 2023, and many others that seem to be expired to this day. However, some can do some pretty bad things, like kinda soft-lock your Retro Studio client, or it's just a fun little mini game that the developers made. Simon Says games. You know what when you see one. Simon Says games are really popular games that get a lot of kids' attention just to get some free admin, and usually the game just shuts down from admins and other people that are big in Retro Studio, and it's pretty low quality when people do it. It's pretty easy to get admin, because usually the admin, the owner, will just give everybody admin, but for some reason I would get admin early when playing these games, but it's okay, I really like it. Armadillo. I couldn't find much information about this user, but from what I know, it's a former Retro Studio admin that got their account locked. Contests. Contests are competitions where users submit places to compete for prizes. RetroDev Wiki. The RetroDev Wiki contains as many players, games, and free models from Retro Studios, like kind of a Hall of Fame for Retro Studio. Even I'm on there. RetroBlocks. We all know about RetroBlocks, the father of Retro Studio. Now, RetroBlocks, you couldn't do much like make an avatar or build games, but it was before Retro Studio and it was insane for its time. Our Praise Roll. I honestly have no idea why this is on the Iceberg, but I guess the Our Praise Roll is a role you could get in the RetroDev Discord server. I don't know how you can obtain it. A-Ray. Now, I know some people are like, oh my gosh, A-Ray 1994 Incident, but it's really just Roblox Ataro's nickname, as known as literally the owner of Retro Studio. So, yep. We're now going to the tip of the iceberg. Banhammer. I think you know what the Banhammer is. It is some old gear that admins have, which can possibly ban players, kill players, anything. But a Retro Studio is kind of modded, since if you strike with the Banhammer, a weird aura will happen. Ban/strike community. I guess ban/strike community is just people that are trusted around Retro Studio admins and developers and all of them. November 18th, 2022. The November 18th, 2022 raid was a raid in the official RetroDev Discord server where many things got leaked, such as staff chat and banned user IDs, which is pretty scary to think about. Let's talk about Faded Animator Backup, which pretended to be an active admin to get admin back, which started to spam ping everyone as a raid and showed the leaked storage between RetroDev. Now it's in the server at the top, but I didn't see much happen. Flamingo Raid. Around January 2021, Flamingo put Retro Studio, which is what grew its popularity, and now there's many people playing Retro Studio thanks to Flamingo. Josh Amor. Josh Amor is a RetroDev admin supervisor that made its application in 2022. Other old Roblox revivals. You may know of Retro Studio RetroBlox, but there are other old Roblox revivals that I sometimes play, such as Oxybox and Limbo. ECMBot. ECMBot was a bot that was added in the Retro Studio Discord server until it got removed. Retro Shorts. Retro Shorts is a YouTuber that posts shorts about Retro Studio. He is the biggest Retro Studio YouTuber out right now. RetroDev/Retro Studio's old logo. Now I couldn't really find it, but this is the old logo that I could find of Retro Studio. XIXI. XI is an ex-developer of Retro Studio. They were back then the developer, but they quit, I think. Blockade. Blockade is kind of like a Retro Studio where you can make your own games inside of Roblox. However, it's not old Roblox really, but it is kind of like Retro Studio because you have your own like library things, and it is pretty nice for what I say. I sometimes used to play it before Retro Studio, I think. But it is a really nice game in my opinion. Oh my gosh, is that some Claude merch? You should totally buy that, it's so cool. Oh, that looks so clean, bro, that looks good. Okay, I know that was a bad advertisement. Let's just get on to the next part before you guys poo me off the stage. Admin panel. The admin panel is how and what admins get when they become admin in Retro Studio, the power to ban and kick players. Some people have reached the admin panel, and this is what it looks like, which is scary. However, I think there's a whitelist on the admin panel, so they don't do anything. All of them contain Airstrike, Alliance, Banned, Banned by ID, Banned by Name, Banned Hammer, Bind, Bargium, Blink, Break, Clean Hats, Clear, Echo, Vex, Force Field, Freeze, Gear, Get, Give Item, Give Retro Bucks, Gets Defined, Gets Defined with Gender ID, Help, History, Hover is Banned, Invisible, Kick, Kill, Music, Mute, Painter, Part Manipulator, Pause, Pitch Shift, Play, Position, Refresh, remove hats, replace, respond, run, if, set, shut down, skateboards, move, stalls, route, to, unban, unbind, unforce food, unmute, unspoof, view, visible, volume, walk speed. David Block's 1994. David Block's 1994 is a fictional Roblox play. It represents what Roblox could have looked like if it was made in 1994. On November 4th, 2021, A-Ray made the game on copyright. As of July 19th, 2022, David Block's is no longer a selectable time period in Retro Studio. However, games that were in the time period can still be played. Old ban message. Old ban message is an old UI that would be used when you were banned back in the day. Here's what it looked like. Site beta. Site beta is a Retro Studio code. When typing it in, it seems like it will show you or direct you to a page of what Retro Studio looked like if it was on their website. Honestly, it's pretty cool in my opinion. Cool Hat. Cool Hat is a hat that Roblox and Tower made. Honestly, I don't know why this is here. Roblox Grid. Roblox Grid is seen to be some Roblox client that messes with the Roblox API. Now, I don't know what that is. If anybody in the comments knows what that is, tell me below. Redirect. Redirect is just redirecting you back to Retro Studios, just a game on Roblox. RetroDev.net. RetroDev.net is an official RetroDev domain owned by Cristiano100. The domain is mainly used for admins to use the admin panel and hosting a Minecraft server. However, the domain used to have a couple of web pages which are experimental, such as now defunct RetroDev forums. Event Team Only Hats. Event Team Only Hats are hats only people that worked on events could get. The example that I could find of this is irises and this body pillow. This is the event team members, I'm telling you. May 28th, 2022, the day of one of the more infamous Retro Studio shutdowns ever. Null Voidance. Null Voidance, aka Null, was an admin for RetroDev. They were demoted multiple times, however came back and left again. Null was known for being extremely racist, having mental breakdowns of voice chat. Racism was the main reason why he got demoted. One incident occurred in the middle of the night. Null has posted an announcement showing the RetroDev server pinging everyone with a phrase in the N-word included. He was known for being a horrible person who committed genuine crimes, which would break the fandom's TOS if mentioned. 5-bit, we're gonna do this alone. We're now gonna go to the 4th tier of the iceberg. Thomas and Luigi. Thomas and Luigi was an ex-admin from what I know. Bargem Sword. The Bargem Sword is a sword that only admins and moderators could get and they could spawn it. It's a green neon sword. Crazy Blocks 234. Crazy Blocks 234 was a former admin in Retro Studio. I don't know what happened to him. RetroDev R30. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. Chris cult. If you don't know what a Chris cult is, it's when a bunch of people started having their names just like Chris. Kinda sort of to Cloud 3K and Cloud 5K. 2013 Simulator. 2013 Simulator is a game Roblox and Tower made, also known as Array made before RetroBlocks. It showcased 2013. Donate me 10 USD. Donate Me 10 USD was a silly little event made by Keyboard Combination just for the memes. It had many Among Us based plates and many things. The game kinda blew up because it was like a troll event, but nothing much really happened. Wilhelster. Wilhelster is I'm not saying that, but Wilhelster is a person that got banned from the appeal server. I think they're an admin as well, and they got banned because they were doing things, and yep. Another admin banned. RetroBlocks free admin glitch. Now, I don't know much about this, but what I know is that RetroBlocks did have a free admin game, I think. Dungeon Roll / channel. The dungeon roll was a role that you could get that would unlock a channel called Dungeon possibly, and there's no screenshots that have been sent about it, but it did exist at one point and it was a role in the channel. We are now going to the 5th part of the iceberg. Make sure to say cookie if you've been this far in the live chat. N-word banner. The N-word banner talks about an incident where one of the developers, XIXI, puts a better Retro Studios main menu with the hard R in it. Tutuli's Retro Studio video. Now, I can't find much about Tutuli's Retro Studio video. He did make a lot of videos about old Roblox. Now, you may find Tutuli controversial, but some things he just says is like, so apparently he's just calling John Slutsky Jesus, which is kind of weird, I thought. But it's your opinion. Do whatever you want to do, Tutuli, if you're watching this. However, Tutuli did probably make videos in Retro Studio, so yeah. Old tester role. The old tester role is given out to testers in Retro Studio, RetroBlocks, and all that in the Discord server. Giveaways. Now, I don't know why giveaways are out here because they're literally prohibited from Retro Studio. But when I try to do one, you can't do a giveaway in Retro Studio. Place number 257. Place number 257 is a game Cristiano Hunter has with old Roblox mechanics and very modern Roblox graphics. Test Level 1 was one of the first Retro Studio games that were out, so it was just testing. Theme core roles. It seems like theme core roles were just core roles in the RetroDev server. Stolen RetroDev games. Now, I think you get like the gist of whatever this Iceberg topic is, but it's just stolen Retro Studio or RetroBlocks games that have been added into the game. Happy Canada Day. Now, I couldn't find much also about Happy Canada Day, but I do know that I think every year, Retro Studio adds a Canada Day code. Array Facts. Array Facts is a video that Fanboy made, also known as Retro Shorts on his alt. Make sure to check it out if you want to. Custom accessories. Custom accessories are accessories outside of Roblox that are like UGC. Some could be into the game, however some aren't in the game. Render verified pink incident. Somewhere around September 2021, a user manipulated Roblox script to render verified everyone. It was one of the most controversial events in the RetroDev server. We are now heading to the 6th part of the iceberg. Cristiano 100's old YouTube videos. I think it's explainable. It's just Cristiano 100's old YouTube videos back in the day. Bug reports and player reports channel. The bug reports and player reports channel is where you can report bugs and players in Retro Studio in the RetroDev server. Mimpit. Mimpit seemed to be an old admin or moderator in Retro Studio. Fight Me Mate. Fight Me Mate was just a controversial person in the RetroDev server, but just look at her name. Their name is Fight Me Mate. What else do you expect? Admin part manipulator. The admin part manipulator is the admin character. What was exactly like the part manipulator move? A huge difference that you can make points float into any position. I play Retro Studio every day. I think I play Retro Studio every day refers to a famous meme called I play Pokemon Go every day. Present Studio. Present Studio was the old name to April Fool's 2021 incident in Retro Studio. Luke Cole. Luke Cole was a former admin in RetroDev back in like early 2021. They then got demoted. January 2021 at Everyone Ping incident. Due to peer pressure, a trial admin in RetroDev pinged everyone for no reason. Here's the screenshot of it. We will now be heading on to the 7th tier of the RetroDev Iceberg. RetroBlock's early 2020 shut down. It has been noticed that many OGs saw that RetroBlocks was down in early 2020. However, there's no screenshot footage of it. Abandoned old games. I think you get the gist of what this is going for, honestly. It's just abandoned old games on both Retro Studio and RetroBlocks. Humberlord's Friend Roll. Humberlord's Friend was a world that was given to users on Humberlord's Friend list. Retro Studio's first testing session. Now on December 18th, 2020, Retro Studio was given its first testing session, which was the first time people could start Retro Studio. Old General Channel. Now, there is an old General Channel in Retro Studio, however, I don't have any screenshots of it, but I do have some screenshots of it being privated. Old RetroDev admins and developers. There were many old RetroDev admins and developers, so I really couldn't keep count. There's like millions, not really millions, but I'd say tens and tens, like Daiko and Melvin. We are now heading to the 8th category of the RetroDev Iceberg. RetroBlocks 2020 Halloween event. Now, back in the day, there is actually a RetroBlocks Halloween event that happened. There are a few footages of this, which is actually pretty well. 1 mug block skin. Now, I don't see any block skin of 1 mug, but 1 mug was a former admin in the RetroBlocks era, which was frequently harassed for being a girl. Deprecated Retro Studio hats. Deprecated Retro Studio hats is just 1 mug block skin and an Aka 2021 hats mixed together. Nothing else to say. David Block's 1994 free admin glitch. The David Block's 1994 admin bug refers to a glitch where people can use RetroDev admin only commands with the game start set of the David Block's 1994 time period. We are now heading to the second to last category of the RetroDev Iceberg. Developer only faces. I think you get the gist. Developer only faces are only faces developers can get. Our next entry is called Albert Skateboard, but you may be thinking it's really only for Albert when it's not. But they named it after Flamingo's real name, but however I haven't seen Flamingo use it, so it's just a skateboard called Albert Skateboard that the developers made in Retro Studio. Old Bandhammer. Old Bandhammer was the old version of the Bandhammer Retro Studio. Now there is some footage of this, but I like this one for example, because people are asking how he got it. Cancel 2021 A-Cut hats. Here are the Cancel 2021 A-Cut hats. Now I can kind of see what they haven't been added. Here we are, the final stretch. Now let's get on to it. Silfrag was a very early developer in 2019 in the RetroDev era. Just imagine coming back to RetroDev in 2023 and imagine just being like the developer in 2019. Like, that's insane. So I have no clue what happened to Silfrag. Curse Script Real 2016. In the cool hat, there's a local script is hidden inside the hat. The local script is called Curse Script Real 2016. When enabled, it corrupts your game. Retro Studio October 2020 build. The 2020 October build is the most earliest build of Retro Studio we can find around, and here it is. It's actually pretty insane because that was in 2020. The game wasn't even released until it's up for testing. Secret developer only hats. Now these are pretty secret, we don't know, but we know that developers have secret hats. Old Retrobot March 2021. I couldn't find anything about Old Retrobot March 2021, but I do know that in March in like 2021 about the Retrobot, about the old Retrobot, it used to be like violent and road. It had the old PSP as well. Closed Forgotten Channels. Now you may think the closed Forgotten Channels were something bad, but it really was just like testing general and all of that. Now it is the end of the iceberg. Let's get to the outro now. Oh, that was probably the longest video I've ever made. It took a day to make this. Honestly, if you've made it to the end, you are literally the best. Thank you so much for like watching this video, honestly. It was very happy and nice to work with people like 3GC4, Fanboy, and Poppy's Pro, and Green, the Retro Studio admin. Again, big shoutouts to our server donators, big shoutouts to the donators on Roblox, big shoutouts to the fan art makers, and big shoutouts to Zipkin10 because he gave me a really nice cool 2010 account. Shoutouts to Zipkin and make sure to subscribe to him. Anyways, see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this video, honestly. Massive shoutouts to 3GC4 because if he didn't give me the information I needed, I wouldn't have made this. Anyways, thank you guys for subscribing. If you have, make sure to subscribe. If you haven't, though, if you want to, feel free to. Honestly, I'll really like it. Make sure to like as well, so my likes get up. And because I could possibly get monetized, and I might enable super chat, so make sure to subscribe and get that watch hour. So make sure to watch my videos, and I'll see you guys later.